denied.
武术装、团队装还是那种，毒瘤的大哥装，都是让你非常恶心的。
Пускает, и Титан вообще не позволяет ему подходить. Ну да, посмотрите, под 100 урона уже за Титана, у Миракла 60 урона на Морфлинге, а тут еще два героя. Поддержка.
Pulls off, and Miracle just can do nothing but try and tank up a little bit, grab some of the CS. But
this is a great laning phase here for Fnatic. It's going really well.
So he has 11 seconds on the waveform. So if they were to, yeah, that's still pretty rough. I don't know. They could try and force out some of the mana, right? He only has 2 waveforms. So I wouldn't mind seeing them try and play aggressive. Looks like they're content just keeping about, yeah, here we go. Try and force out one of these waveforms.
If the waveform away, he will use it. That's down for 10 seconds. Also, making sure he uses the mana is pretty important too.
Yeah.
Now Crow gets chased down the disruption. There's the snowball. Save won't come in time. He'll still be fine. Now Miracle's trying to return. Ohio still has plenty of damage work with the waveform, and now Ohio might feed away first blood here. He's going to salve up one more auto attack. The Shadow Poison, 1 ticket's not going to be enough. And Ohio is able to get away in time. Very close. Fnatic almost going down there for that first one.
And that is both waveforms. He's got 4 stacks on the old wand, so not quite enough there. And they need to get back here as soon as possible. So yeah, they're all refreshed up. They take some damage from the stack camp. And this should create some problems for Miracle on the next wave.
This is not going to be easy for him. Sitting at 9 last hits, and he's doing really well in the top lane. All things considered, 18 last hits for him. And Abed is still getting a lot of room to work with in this mid lane, but now he's going to get static lane. Now Mattel damage boots might get a little bit harder here in a couple of moments.
There's also a haste rune down bottom that Kuro's going to find. Both teams see this, though. So, oh, but they're going to get him still.
Strike, along with the brain sap, more than enough damage to Pile Die. He will secure the first blood. And Kuroki could not get there in time with haste rune, with the disruption save. In fact, they might push him down again. He might find ice shards. Just misses it. He's able to get the bounty rune and hightail it out of there. Does he have a TP?
Yeah, he does.
Sure does.
So he'll just make his own play. Let's see. He kind of wants to annoy someone, it looks like. Oh, mid lane. Abed.
TP coming out. Nicely done. The TP counter. Once the rolling boulder and boulder smasher done, you just get yourself away. They don't have enough burst damage. They need more static links come in. Just makes a very nice play.
Kuro just got right-clicked on this high ground.
Well, Sunstruck Mobbit, is it going to be enough? The ice shards, the disruption save will be there, but they should be killed. Good boulder smash. It's on to 2. They get the snowball save. They will find it now to get more engaged. He's going to be dropped, actually, DJ that gets dropped down. Jason now on the run, Pilot Eye. He's got the brain sap mana. Jason's trying to do good through line. Static Link coming in. Pilot Eye can't get it off. He finally does, but it's on to the Dumb Man instead, and that will give him a double kill. Oh, that was very close, but well played there.
Sunstrike? Oh, got him. Check mark.
He actually got him.
He had vision from the ward over here. So, but they also should know that ward's there anyway, so it's unlikely to get dewarded those. These are both going to fall in a moment. So both teams controlling that bottom river. Lots of blood spilt. And 3-2 still. A little bit of a lead here for Fnatic, and considering the draft they're running, looks pretty good.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, they're keeping Abed alive. Yes, his experience is probably a little bit low than it.
Oh, they're going in bottom? Miracle?
Looking for a kill. 3-4 comes out.
Oh, he got caught.
Waveform. A lot of damage, but they haven't disrupted him. He will use the probe. He's going to put Ohio under. Ohio has his astral backup. He will pop it. Might hit another Miracle, but that's it. And I think they might just back away. Not trying to get a fight going.
Jeez, the hero is just so much stronger in the laning phase without the mana required to shift. Very nice buff. They're actually going to kill the stack here with Ohio and DJ, so it looks like they're not sure how much more pressure they can put on them. They just want to farm that up, then get the bounty runes.
So, I mean, it's actually pretty close in terms of net worth. I think a lot of the reason why is Mike is having a great time in the top lane. He's now level 6. Coming Man got that double kill, which is really nice. And Abed is starting to get forced out of the lane a little bit, although highlight out will help. They have Sunstrike ready if they want to use it. Snap, he actually doesn't go, so this is against it. Now Pilot Eye getting run-it as well, but for now, it's just back and forth in this mid lane, not too much else happening, but Abed getting farms is very important. Get to that Midas as quickly as you can, and then get this game going in your favor. Yeah, and with the 3 points and the Exort, that's when you get to like 225. That's a pretty decent Sunstrike, right? Oh, damn, they actually got him. Nice. Phase boost from Ohio, more than enough damage to level 3 Astral. I did not think he was going to drop. I don't know how much mana he had. I think he had a waveform, couldn't get it off in time. I'm assuming that that's actually a gigantic kill. Yeah. Humongous for them. They are getting a decent bit of farm in here as they shrine up here.
What do we got now in terms of a still under a 1K lead and Mind Control still sitting on top of the charts? Not too surprising. Obviously, there's not really much Envy can do. He doesn't want to waste Metamorphosis just to, like, push him out of the lane for like 10 seconds. So yeah, he's just gonna run around, be happy, do some little bounty run things. I guess you can deny for like the full duration of Metamorphosis, sort of, but
Getting chased down there. Stop's gonna come in. Actually canceled it. DJ's still in a lot of trouble. I think that might have been a misplay from Ohio.
Ohio?
He's dead as well. He's going to give away 2 kills. Miracle will find the double kill. So Ohio, he had the, it was channeling for some reason. Decided I think he canceled it accidentally.
I mean, he still should have just went for the TP. I'm pretty surprised that he tried to, I don't know what that was. But,
yeah,
that's very scary. You really can't give anything away to a Morphling, especially after you just killed them mid lane.
And they have Sunstrike, I believe, again. He actually hasn't invoked it yet, so he decides against it. A lot of pressure being applied, but Miracle getting a double kill is pretty good. And he has to sunder top lane. Mind Control still has to borrow time to work with. That's kind of scary if you're Envy. First of all, he has to skill up Sunder early. Second of all, he has to use it with a long cooldown, and now Mind Control can continue to run at him. But bottom lane, instead, they're going to find Kuroki. They have highlight icon. Shoot the snowball, they're going to bring a few in. They will miss it. The ice shard should fall off. They don't
Still
have
on
them, but I don't
CD.
think they're going to need it. An action coming. That will do enough for Fnatic to get the kill. Meanwhile, Envy has to go for a TP of his own in the top lane as he's getting caught by Mind Control. But they finally will get one back in that bottom lane as a lot of action happening.
Yeah, it's like it's a little battle between those two heroes. It's like whoever sunders first or whoever borrow times first is going to be in trouble. And so because Envy was forced to use his, that puts him under pressure, and Mind Control can just run at him endlessly. So that's going to send Envy down to the bottom lane after healing. And Mind Control continues his free farm.
Do you think they push for Fnatic? They have meta up ready to go. Maybe
Envy, if you have got, if you got a clock and you watch a Fnatic game, he does a 9-minute smoke rotation with Metamorphosis like every single time. It's almost always to the safe lane, so this is pretty interesting that they're going to try mid instead. I really like this actually.
Man, he is playing very passively though. He will walk up and he will get spotted. They know that he's there. They have highlight it. Snowball will come in for a 7. Right now, he's going to get like first miss. Cold snap still hitting. TPs are coming in, but it's too little too late potentially. But Timber Man actually might survive for now. They'll get the kill. Rolling Boulder coming out. Mind Control is getting top tomorrow time. Sunstrike will miss. Mind Control now. That's done. He's got to be careful. It will get the kill. It's a huge one. It's going to be the brain step coming in from Highlight Eye. And GH might be next as Envy is laying into him with this Metamorphosis. But that is a 2-for-1 trade and a big one at that. And maybe
Alacrity on them too.
Tower damage.
This is very sneaky. I really like that rotation. Everyone does the safe lane rotation there. And I think that's what Liquid were prepared for. They knew the TP had gone home, right? They watched him TP, and they definitely felt like he was going to go bottom, but a little bit of a misdirection play here. Sunstrike down near the tier 2 will not connect. GH juking around, sensing it. Will survive.
That is huge.
Last bit of damage onto the tower here before Envy morphs back.
Broken is going to go for backstep play. They need to be careful. Envy's low. He does have Thunder. He will use it, but it's on the Matumba Man. They're going to try to dive this. They have a Nightmare. Highlight Eye. Choosing not to go for it instead. They need to be careful. Kuroki is still here. He's level 4, level 2. Disrupt's going to work, but Highlight Eye is going to get low. Kuroki might be able to bring him down on his own. Savage is coming in on Envy. They'll be 50 damage from Highlight Eye. He has to get dropped. Okay, it's a little too long. Still, not that big of a deal for Fnatic. We only lost that. And they got the steal in the tower in the meantime.
Alright, not too bad. And that means Envy now has, what, a minute left until the next meta. They might be able to force that down the bottom lane. In terms of rotations, we now have Ohio up top. This is someone that can actually go a little bit toe-to-toe with Mind Control. Obviously extremely tanky, especially when he's abusing that side camp, so... Jeez, he's getting brutally beat down, though. He's so much mana for these aphotic shields, actually.
Yeah, it's crushing him, and he can't quite into it. In fact, he's getting dove, and there's no control. It's in his backpack, rolling Boulder. Boulder smash and Silence will just miss, and Ohio is going to try to juke away into these trees, and in fact, it's going in a circle. It's fine now, so if they get that Boulder smash off, I think they get the kill probably, but he's able to make it away to safety.
Meanwhile, bottom lane there, baiting Envy a bit here. With DJ here.
Snowball reflection comes to the left range, drops the Sonic Bird. Envy, no Thunder to work with. He's got 3 wand charges. Miracle's still taking a lot of damage as well. Envy taking a lot. The Kuroki Disruption is going to come in. Miracle has them to wait for him at the ready. But Envy is under the tier 1 tower now.
Oh, we got him with the 4th?
Shadow Poison stacks. It might bring him down.
Dude, that's level 3.
They almost got the... Yeah, Shadow Poison's too strong. Sleep coming in on Kuroki. They want to get his back. Coming out nicely as well into Ohio.
Oh, that was pretty sick.
Sure, Kuroki is stuck in. In fact, he will be. Snowball comes out, 1 auto attack from Ohio along with DJ Spirit. So it is a 1-for-1 trade. But again, that was very close. Envy almost got away. That forced the Shadow Poison stack, bringing him down.
Paladin finding a little bit of breathing room top lane. Just able to chill by himself, try and get 6.
Is he the only one? Yeah, he's the only one that's not 6. Kuroki just turned 6 not that long ago either, but they really need Phoenix Grip, I feel like, to get something going here.
It's helpful when he's like the solo guy under a tower for situations like this, and I'd be able to like allow a TP in, but speaking of which, he's gonna need it. Wow, uses the ulti.
Great TP, actually.
Yeah, very much so.
It's just the lack of lockdown we were talking about in the draft trend. I mean, they don't have much. It's really just GH when you think about it, and maybe a disruption, so.
Yeah, it's not the best, but looks like it's not going to matter too much. They're just going to cut the wave. The next one comes through, and unlikely to see enough rotations to save this here.
Yeah, I think we will just take this down in this safe lane. There will be a push going down bottom from Fnatic. Not really, though. They have the Miracle, so as well. That's going to be able to work waveforms out as the stomp comes in. He will make it to safety. Meanwhile, mid lane, it looks like Kenny's going to get caught. Monic Birch is under onto Pylai dive. Might chase him down. They decide again they're not going to go for it. Instead, they're looking for DJ back down bottom. Sounds coming in the waveform. Rolling Boulder and Boulder magnetizing DJ is just dead. He knows it. He turns around trying to fight them for a moment, but it won't do anything.
Oh, this is a big steal. We talked about this a lot at the Manila Masters. Stealing ancient stacks with Razor, or just contesting them in general, is one of the best parts about this hero. And he's used a great effect there against a lot of Templar Assassins, especially. And in this case, just stacking them up for your TB. Great grab from Liquid here. Very big denial of economy.
Man was a little bit lower than that now. He's just above the fairway, kind of having a bit of a... He's slowed down a little bit since the beginning of the game, but the one person you need to worry about, I think, if you're Liquid, is probably Abed, which we haven't talked a lot about, Trent.
Yeah,
he's now got a Midas to work with.
Midas and well on his way to the Agnum Scepter.
For that.
It'll still take some time for him to get really involved in this game.
Top tower is under attack.
If they can leave him alone for a couple more minutes, this might get a lot harder for Team Liquid.
440 HP? Man, Miracle needs to be so careful.
He has this ward, though. This ward is actually saving his life so much.
Yeah, but the Sunstrike is 350. Like, if he gets snowballed, he's just dead. Here it comes.
They want to go with it here. Miracle about to break the smoke. They will see him in a moment. There it is, but it's fine. Snowball comes in. Beam Script comes out and gets off the attribute shift. The Sunstrike's not going to do enough damage. The Aquatic Shield comes in. This man is extraordinarily tanky. And now DJ's going to get away from the top. Wow, good kill as well. Astro there. They're going to try to auto-attack Miracle down, but they actually have more than enough damage. Turn on this. Ohio's in trouble. Sleep will come out just in time. The Bane will get dropped through. This Miracle morphed into the Bane. It's a good effort there, but interesting.
I definitely underestimated the attribute shift. No question there. I really thought he was just going to die straight up because they came out so quickly, but man, that level 4, it changes so quickly. He tanked up so much.
It is
shift rate to 25. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, he still dies. He was low in HP. He tried going Bane. I think he wanted a brain set or something, or not.
Yeah.
But that didn't work.
Try and Nightmare and run. Wow.
All right.
But still, Liquid with the lead, even though that's a poor trade for them. They did steal that ancient stack.
Matoma just has free space up top. Tons of drums in this game, man. Drums are back. We got 2 on Fnatic. We got 1 on the Razor. You know, the early Vlads as well here from Mind Control allows him to just kind of group up with whoever and play dangerously.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic going to get involved.
Bottom.
He's going to get caught. He has to maximize on top of the sound to come through the waveform. They have all of these potential.
All of Fnatic's here, though.
Kuroki in trouble. Back up Sunstrike. Ooh, Kuroki just dodged it. Looking for he does find an end. He's going to get bounced up. He's got the Sun of the Wand. Looks from alive now. He gets it off. And Matoma Man now is drawn, but Envy not going to do enough damage to get the kill. In fact, Miracle gets a double kill. It is 3 dead for Fnatic. They don't get anything out of that fight.
If you get off the Sunder at like 0 HP and still lose the fight, not a good sign. Tusk getting blown up right at the start. We know that both teams kind of have this big position 4 controller. They're the real reliable disable. So a lot of these team fights are going to come down to who performs better between GH or DJ, and obviously DJ going down first. It's pretty unlikely that Fnatic are going to do too well in that engagement at this point. We're still missing things like the Earth Splitter, like yeah, and obviously Abed's in no place to really join these engagements quite yet.
So it feels like Liquid have hit their tempo. They're starting to fight a lot more. They have Miracle in the top that is working on a lane here, and has it.
Dyer's middle tower
Vlad's up
has
pretty bad
fallen.
as well, so do you think Liquid just 5-man at this point? I mean, they have this nice lead at 5k. You don't want the Invoker getting any bigger. What are they doing here?
Yeah, they basically just want to take everything they can. They just use Eye of the Storm, the segment's off cooldown, run in the building, run out heroes, and look how dangerously they're playing. They're just up here farming. Miracle's relatively nearby. He went for the 10 agi over the 300 waveform range too.
More right click, more armor to work with as well. I mean, yeah, I guess he's feeling it in terms of how much damage he's able to pump back. Yeah, the waveform range. I think he's done so well even without, you know, like, gonna be aggressive. And now, Sunstrike coming in, that'll hit on mine. Look for somebody. Earth Splitter will miss, and that means you might not be able to defend the Fnatic. They might just like supposed to go.
I think DJ is definitely gonna try and make something happen.
Snowball now, Twilight. That's gonna get across. Now DJ getting chased down. Good stop from Ohio. They're looking for something. They'll find GH Envy trying to land in mind control, but again,
oh, the link's wasted.
Already. They need to be careful. Good ice shard. That was beautiful from DJ. Envy sun himself an illusion.
So close.
Broken force and it's gigantic. Now they're looking for another stop. Liquid will back themselves away. Like they might get back into that roach pit. It's a 1-point trade. Not really going in either favor. But, I think it's going to be Liquid.
Yeah. Mind Control just has the mega value items. Medallion, Vlad's, Soul Ring. They're coming back.
Back into Fnatic. Stomp wasn't there in time from Ohio. He already used his Earth Splitter, obviously. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty tanky now with Theobaden, how farmed he is, and he's going to have a Solar Crest soon. Man. Feels like it's starting to get out of control here for Liquid.
Yeah, it's just very reminiscent of that game against Na'Vi. Looked exactly the same. They're just 2 in control, took Roche. And Miracle, these next couple levels are the really scary ones, because it just keeps adding into that Adaptive Strike.
Yeah, level 3 Adaptive Strike now. 2 more to work with. He's getting up to that next point. He's going to have potentially 30 attack speed away from attacks targets in 1 moment here as he's level 14 now. Liquid will smoke up behind him for a potential target. Highlight Dive would be a nice kill, not the biggest one, but a kill nonetheless.
Dyer's top
and they won't
tower
almost chase
is
him down
under
as you see him.
Radiant's
Broken
bottom
for
tower
demonic
is
burst.
under attack.
People find
Dyer's structures are
Broken's got a bit more with it. Blanket Spear. Highlight Dive can be controlled away by Miracle. Even though Miracle is on the phone
Yeah, the Lincoln Spirit really helps. With all this pure damage that comes in from the Brain Sap and the Sunstrike, it's nice to have that one extra little bit of layer and warning. Because we saw those first 2 Sunstrikes from Abed, but he hasn't done anything else since then. Like, even since the big levels in the Sunstrike, they're diving.
Ohio, they They have to buy back in Ohio pretty much instantly. Now Envy's on the run. The Earth Splitter coming out. Man gets a double kill. Now this tier 3 tower is in trouble. They have no tusk for 30 seconds. No buyback from either. It's still a agent to work with. All of a sudden, Fnatic has got to be careful here. Mind Control can dive in. He will use this for all time. They might want to back up now. That's that down. And Miracle will throw up an Adaptive Strike, taking a lot of damage. Reflection comes in. They have the Aquatic Shield. He's still at 153 agi. He does a serious amount of damage. He will keep me back home. And Liquid, they're not trying to go too fast too quick here. Trying to slow the thing down and get some more farm for this Miracle, more for
Well, so are Fnatic. They know they need time for Invoker, but
it's rough. We knew that the Morphling was coming in terms of like the hero that they've done before with this strategy, but Fnatic, they decided their answer to this sort of like run at you is they're gonna, I guess, hold out. Looks like that was their solution, and they just want the Invoker to then come online and be this big defensive vanguard for the high ground as they're smoking.
And now they're sitting in that sounds comes in rolling forward. Somebody's going to be killed. He's a lot to get that kill. And now Hobbit has to go to walk away. I don't think they have protection. They really need to stop, but somebody's taking a lot of damage. They have to run Sunstrike. That will hit, but he's still on the run in Ohio. There's no way to chase him down instead. They'll get the Radiant Courier. Now Mind Control. He's got the bar time ready. He will pop it. Still with the press. And they're going to try to turn this. The Stomp will come in. It will hit. Miracle's going to avoid it, I believe, just at the end there. And Envy. And it's still working. They will Mind Control down. Meatball. Deafening Blast can get. They will get this kill. It's a very big kill at that. And it's going to be Hobbit. So that is a pretty good turn there for Fnatic, getting a lot of money for those.
That was a Miracle. I think he just morphed Elder Titan and just stomped. It's so hard to keep track of this hero right now. That was pretty cool, though. Yeah, massive stuff for them. That's a 1600 gold swing. They're finding that space for Abed. He got a chance to cast some spells. Looked pretty good. Got himself a kill during that too. He got the one onto mind control, and so that's going to put him closer to those boots of travel. And what I was going to talk about was, oh, Envy. Silenced up. This is their one answer to Sunder. Got him.
All right. Well.
How close is he to Manta anyway? Not that close. But at the end of the draft, they had a chance to ban the Morphling. They would have known, right, that this is the exact strategy that they ran before. But they wanted that Invoker mid, so they had to ban the PL instead. And that has meant that Abed has had a pretty good game, right? Like, he's a decent network team. Beautiful shards.
Yeah, that was,
oh, DJ.
That was actually... His impact is still felt. He's had kind of a rough game, but this game gets later. Things might get better for Fnatic. Again, they have the Ag, they have the travel. So I guess he's going to try to split push here. Try to get that item. Those force rotations through Liquid.
Yeah, but Liquid, they still want to abuse this Aegis.
I'm not really worried about that now. In fact, we just got to throw the dump drop. Another 30 seconds. Wait for him to dodge up on this. They'll all get out. Envy will finally take back in as he respawns from death, but they're just, they can keep these buildings alive. They've at least held when there was an Aegis up for Liquid, so Fnatic, the road is long, but it's
look at them giving the agents to Miracle. They gave every one of these neutrals they could so they can get the E-Blade in time. And now they can try and use this Aegis. There's only 10 seconds left. They don't want to go too deep, it looks like. So they've held. They held all their tier 3s through that Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pretty good. Abed is going to start putting in some pressure. He actually decided not to go for the bots on Abed. Oh, just kidding. He just spawned. All right, well, I spoke too soon. He had something else in his quick buy, blinked to BKB, but he instead goes for those boots of travel. So I guess, yeah, this is what he's going to do. He's going to flip his bottom, get the 2-1 now.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
All right, I mean, Fnatic the one to do this. Level 16 now.
And we were talking about how DJ's game has been going and how obviously he's dying a lot. He's got 7 of the 17 deaths for his team, but it's understandable because he's the one who has the setup for the Elder Titan. As an offlaner, he's not really an initiator. He's a follow-up controller kind of a deal, so he wants that hero like maybe a Sand King or someone who's going to go in on that 4 role instead. And Tusk, it's nice to be able to cast like 2 rounds of spells in a fight, but honestly, he's not getting a chance because the cooldowns are so long. There's like 18 seconds on Snowball, and even just 10 on the shards is pretty rough for him. Alright, this is not good. Oh, Envy left an illusion.
That's a problem. It's up man more that long. Brokey will make some illusions. They like Fnatic all this. He's not yet. Ohio's going to get one out of silence up as well. He's still the Naylor X to work with Tornado. Split on the Miracle.
Oh, it's a good stomp.
Damage, but again, very tanky. Brings up the Sun Strike's going to come in, but he's still will get that Imperial Blade to save his life. He's getting enough depth coming out. The Earth Splitter, Miracle's able to wait for him away in time, and GH might make it. It's a lot of damage is going to be done, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill. And that will take down.
Still have the Sunder, but that's about it here for the Dire.
I mean, yeah, what else do they have? They have Metamorphosis.
There's a Sunstrike in 1 second. GH might get caught. But there's no... They have vision down here. Oh yeah, so he sees him now. Let's see if he goes for it. He's doing his dance. He's dancing back and forth, trying not to be predictable.
I don't know if Abed's going to go for it. Oh, if that Ancient Prowler shot him, that would have been a problem. That is for sure.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh man. Abed, that was nice. He waited. That's some patience players from Minnesota right now. Even before versus 5 fight. Again, though, this man still has the guard. They will get off. The Imperial Blade in Ohio State. Now, how is this from the tape? Tornado just missing. But then on the set. Putting up the top of the drum. It's a man. Guard to it. Definitely Glass Meatball coming out. Some man taking a lot of damage. Keep him alive. And that's pop it off and holding for Fnatic. They want to chase Miracle down, but they don't have potential. Meanwhile, Mind Control just swiftly avoids that Sunstrike, which might have killed him, in fact. And that would have been giant. Miracle, he would wait for the again. Ice Shards won't catch. Liquid will just back up, and Fnatic, they don't have the lockdown they're looking for yet to be able to get these kills.
Yeah, they did at least hold the melee racks, but their shrines will surely go down soon.
It's still a 10K lead. It's kind of evening it out now, I think, here, but again, you need so much space. Envy, he's trying to work on the BKB. He didn't even go for the Manta style. He just has a Yash at this point. His damage output is lacking, especially against somebody like Miracle with a ton of armor, even against natural order. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not easy for sure.
And there's also so many telegraphed abilities on the side of Fnatic. Like there's a lot of slow moving Sunstrike and Meatball.
Here's the cold snap. He's gonna get caught again. All right, Abed. Mega kill free for him.
Good grab with the Blink Dagger, and then help build him up into that BKB. But like Miracle's been crazy. Not only is he super annoying because he's just gonna morph everything as he goes after Pile I Die, goodbye. But he can morph through a lot of the stuff, but he's also dodging so much with the waveform, right? Like he can see the shards coming, he can see the snowball coming, he sees the earth splitters, he sees the stomps, and when you have such a high skill player, it's just it feels like an invulnerability item or something like that to have this ability, right? It's like he's just BKBing or something. He's just dodging so much stuff every 11 seconds.
I mean, it's pretty insane. Not only that, but it's not even really. It feels like Miracle's on another level at this point. They will take melee racks from mid, they will disrupt up here, send the able to top, try to put some pressure on this tier 3 tower, which is already pretty low.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah. Considering all the nerfs to illusion and everything, like E-Blade, he has the ultimate orb on there too.
Dire's bottom shrine
Get like what, a fifth of the tower-ish. So.
Radiant's bottom
Let me
tower
ask you,
is
Trent,
under
is this
attack.
just inherently more playing, or is this like something that can be dealt with if you get a good couple of
I think it's mostly just the other 4 heroes. Like, Liquid weren't dependent on the Morphling. They knew it could have been banned out. This could be all kinds of different heroes for Miracle. I think Morphling's extremely strong, and he's showing, you know, a lot of reasons to pick this hero. But if you look at the other 4 heroes that are surrounding him, he is the safe in the Shadow Demon. Earth Spirit has a lot of saving mechanics in himself, just from, like, kicks and silences, and his ultimate being able to drive people away. You have a really tanky Razor, and then you have the ultimate saver and tanky annoying dude in the Abaddon. So, Liquid, as per usual, have just built to enable a Miracle, and you just give him a hero like Morphling. It's one of the best ones to just let a player go crazy on.
We're really seeing the skill of Miracle able to flourish as he's getting out of fights, like you talked about with the waveform, doing damage, getting around the map, finding solo kills with Ethereal Blade. But Fnatic, I'll go for a play. Smoke into Roach. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this because guess what? GH is right nearby. Envy will walk up, break the smoke, he'll send an illusion instead. He'll try to I think they understand.
GH just blinked away. He was about to be mid-gripped. He got away.
That smoke doesn't pan out, and Miracle just split pushes bottom. You cannot leave this Morphling at your tier 2 tower.
Dire's
It will
bottom
just fall.
tower is under
It is way
attack.
too much damage, and they have to just give away Roche. And maybe this double damage grid as well. That is a huge problem for Fnatic. This is not going to be easy. Even I don't think they can contest it, honestly.
No, Miracle's going to do way too much damage.
500 damage. Forward press. 7 man helping out. Roche dies.
And Crow gets some TB illusions. Go scout.
Stop will come in. Instead, put him out, DJ is going to get way more down the run again. They have the eye for mag. The Razor is a lot of damage. Top BKB. That is a 10-second BKB charge, and that'll be down for quite a while. And now Ovid's going to get chased down. He has Blink at 3. He should survive. But Liquid are just high-tailing it. They're going to push the wave into the base and go for the bottom tier 3.
Yeah, there's a little bit of DD left on Miracle.
Dire's bottom
God.
tower is under attack.
See you, tower. I don't even need the active. They'll do what they can, though. Seconds. And Liquid, they're absolutely dominant here in game 1. Trying to finish this practice off. Miracle still has the Aegis to work with. He can strength more. Doesn't need to be too careful because, again, he has that Aegis to work with. They'll take the tier 3. Liquid will back themselves up and away. And that should be at least just fight for now. They'll probably get reset and win this meta, which Envy just popped, unfortunately. You don't know what's really gonna happen.
They have a shrine down there. They are out of earn charges, so it's not worth just staying around there.
My waters
They're
rise.
gonna try. They still have Steam to work with, and also their Eye of the Storm was down for another few seconds. It just came back off cooldown. So just get reset, get ready to go, and they're just gonna try to finish the practice. I mean, at least Envy's BKB will be back up, but again, he has no metamorphosis. pretty disastrous for him. So a lot of your damage is gone. Abed will pick up a BKB, which is something to work with. He's trying to get a sight next. It's going to be a ways away from that. He'll try to split push top lane, but the split push has not worked out maybe the way they would have wanted it to. And Liquid will add pressure to the crack spot.
Ohio has a mango. This is his solution.
As any man.
I can save this game, guys. I got the mango.
Wait for man miracle.
Look at him.
Real play. Gets dropped down. That might be enough to get with a magnetized. It's on to 4. He'll roll himself away. He will try to TP. And actually just makes it. Snowball was not there in time. And they will range right to the best thing they like. They do so much damn damage. DJ gets forward punch. That'll be the 8 gone. He will drop down. They've actually got another time. More broke. He's going to be the one to chase the miracle now. 10v1v5. He will change into the touch. He's going to snowball. Obviously can't get forward punch, but he will wave for him and still find Ohio. There's no way he gets out of this right. Sunstrike coming in. A lot of damage being dealt. Miracle, Ethereal Blade getting a double kill. He's strength more from Demonic Purge into Envy. They have to buy back. That'll be onto the Tuscan Miracle. Who gets snowballed. He's away for him ready. Can he make it away in time to point for Mabed? He's going to try with the cold snap. 1 second, he can't get it. It was just coming off the cooldown, and Croaky instead will be turned down. It's going to be another kill going the way of Fnatic. But again, Miracle somehow survives. Yet again, this man is a monster. And you will find a double kill, but Miracle is the slipperiest water you've ever seen.
Yeah, very nice waveform TP.
Just out of there. I was hoping to see the talent get used, the morph target to allies. But honestly, I think this talent's just straight up better. There's probably some situations where the 15-second morph might be a little bit better, but I would guess in the majority of these situations it's going to be better to have that option, because for the most part you just change it to someone casts all their spells and you want to get back to morphling, right? That's where all your damage comes from, so having a duration is usually not that fantastic.
Yeah. He has done a lot of work without the morph. He's used it.
Oh, he knows the Invoker's here. Yeah, it looks like Abed saw him, actually.
Yeah, he's going to blink out. Alright, so I mean, again, they kind of hold, if you can call it that, for Fnatic, I suppose. I mean, they lose some buildings, the tier 3 range.
And they're surrounding this Razor mid. So they have enough damage.
Could it be enough? More than enough damage. In fact, now mind control is left. Fnatic will find a kill in here. It's going to be his borrowed time here in a moment. They need another nightmare, and they'll find it. They'll buy back. All of a sudden, this is getting interesting. Fnatic have the
there's a 10-second BKB on Miracle.
Left. He's in trouble. Tornado will hit at least on the 2. It's been dropped. Now it's up man. Static with the broken. Definitely last. Abed doing some serious work, but Miracle is in with a BKB, and Envy is now down. And Ohio is going to be next. The Ethereal Blade double kill for Miracle. They're looking for more of the waveform, and DJ is getting slowed up.
Hello.
The ice shards. He's going to use the snowball. He's going to need the snowball. Ice shards for DJ will keep him alive only for a moment longer. They will come in. You're in charge. They triple kill for Miracle on the Warfling, and they will find a gem along with it. And it was a good attempt there for Fnatic, I think, Trent, but just not enough damage.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, you have to play aggressive. You're never going to win if you just sit in your base in this situation. They needed some big kills, so didn't quite work out. They're going to lose the bottom melee racks here. And Envy's buyback might be enough to save the top racks in this game, for at least now, but I'm not too hopeful.
I mean, they will have BKB back to 30 Miracle. He already did enough damage. They need to keep this still in order to keep the game, otherwise man static remember he did just fly back, so he died. He's down to the pile. Hail Ethereal Blade highlight icon.
Ah, Morphling. Oh, there's the meta.
Ridiculous. There's the meta coming in. He actually decides not to use it then. He's down. BKB. He's got the thunder. He's going to be able to get it off and come in with high cheese here. And then he's back. Now on the run. The waveform, the adaptive quick BKB. Back down. And that should be GG here in game 1 for Liquid. They will take the mega creep. Miracle still diving, but for all intents and purposes, it was an absolutely fantastic performance. Not only Miracle, but for Liquid as well.
Yep, just a very solid strategy. They've done it before. They've executed it before. Easy. The GG from Miracle. Easy game, honestly. It never felt like